Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. Today we are full of big bad beige computers. So let's get right to it and show you what we're working with here. Here we go. Look at this. Oh, and in the chat already, we got Retro Techie, Trina's Tech. Oh, how could I not say that properly? Trina's Technobabble, Garth Beagle, Vic the Vicar, and Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack. Yes, how does one become a big streamer? Work on big bad computers, and there are very few computers bigger and badder than the Macintosh 2 and Macintosh IIx. These things are incredible. Oh, actually, I hurt my back a little bit this morning, so this kind of hurts. So you can see the Macintosh 2 is actually a little bit older computer. It's this one, the case isn't as yellowed as the Macintosh 2X. I also wanted to have for frame of reference. Here's our friend everyone loves, a nice Quadra 605 size comparison. Look at that. You could fit like 4 Quadra 605s in the space of one of these things. So I picked these things up like, I don't know, a year ago. Actually, I picked these up from a scrapper that I had at the same time I got my first Macintosh 2 or Macintosh SE, and I also picked up the Screaming Baby LC3 at the same time from this guy. So let's start breaking into these things. Does the 2 have 2 floppy controllers, or well, let's set the X down. Oh, sorry, that's kind of brutal. So, we should. There's space for 2 floppy drives in both of these things. I think that 2 originally just came with 800K, but apparently at some point someone put the FDHT drives in there. The drives are currently missing, so when I got these things, I took them apart. I really didn't know anything about working on old Macs, and so to get these apart, there's these 2 little things you push back here, and you lift it up, and there's actually, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 clips, I think, along the front, and you kind of have to like wiggle it as you're lifting up, and like it helps to push a little bit. And it sounds like you're gonna break a lot of things. There we go. Okay. So, okay, it's only 3 clips along the front. They are unevenly spaced. The top of this one's not too bad. I mean, obviously it needs to be cleaned up. I haven't really done a whole lot with these. I did pull out the floppy drives and the hard drive. This was the hard drive that was in this thing. Giant, beautiful Mac store. I think this is a 350 meg drive. 380 meg drive. This drive spins up sometimes. I was able to get some stuff off of it. That was my main concern when I got these things, and I didn't realize all the problems that you had to worry about with old Macs. Oh yeah, if you just want a point of reference, here's a regular hard drive that we would normally be dealing with, 3.5 drive. So it does seem like someone put some work into upgrading this system at some point. No, they don't build them like this anymore. Oof, yeah, that hurts my back a little bit. So yeah, the floppy drives mount down onto this big thing, and I think this is actually an aftermarket one. I think the original just went straight across. Oh, yeah, and if you hear anything that sounds like my workshop is going to collapse, that's just snow coming off the roof. So, yeah. So the original hard drive would have been I think a 20 meg in this thing. So the Macintosh II, it was a 68020 processor. I think the retail price was around $5,500, which is kind of wild. So $5,500 in 19 whatever. What did this? One of you probably knows what year this came out. So yeah, it was a lot of money back then. And yeah, you can see I have 2 floppy cables. Hey, Adam's here, and Epictronics is here. How's it going, guys? You can see this is definitely before I knew how to take care of a old Mac. Let's zoom in a little bit. And you can see what I have not done yet. I left the batteries in there. Very bad biologist. So what I want to do for these is I want to take them completely apart. These were very interesting systems. So you actually need the CMOS battery in these things in order to boot them up. If your CMOS batteries or your PRAM, whatever you want to call it, batteries are dead, you can actually do what's called a jump start on these things to get the system to turn on by hooking up, what's it, 6 or 3 voltages, 3 volts or something. Yeah, you can see we've got a little bit of rust, so this is all going to need to get cleaned up. So yes, this is, so Adam knows all. So this is a revision 2 board. It has electrolytics. It has the PRAM batteries. Ooh, you got a SAD Mac on the bench. What kind of SAD Mac do you have on the bench, Epictronics? So the Mac 2 line was actually the first ones that had color in the Macintosh series. But yes, they did have one of their video cards was, I think the cheapest option was a black and white only card. Let's see, how do we get these things out? Yes, I'm missing my FPU. Let's see. The other thing you worry about with these are the plastic retention clips. It looks like all of our retention clips are in place, so that's a good thing. I don't know if you can tell, so I'll hold it up a little bit closer. So it looks like there was definitely some water in this thing, so you can see the splotch here in the chassis, but you can also see it like go around here, and that's not cap leakage, that's straight up water. And the guy I bought it from basically had these sitting in the snow, and I should have done more to clean them out at the time, but I was just learning my Macintoshes and I didn't do everything right. There are little tabs to undo. Make sure you get the speaker wire. Yeah, make sure you get the speaker wire out of there. Lots of little tabs here. These are probably all nice and brittle plastics. That's not too bad. And actually, based off of what I saw here, I thought that the chassis was going to be like a rusty mess. I mean, it's not perfect, but that's nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. People who put computers in the snow should go to a special place in hell. I agree. So yeah, there's definitely some rust and stuff over there. So the chassis is going to need a little bit of work. It looks like, oh yeah, there's only a few like heat stakes holding this thing down, so I'll be able to take that out. Retro bright this thing. As soon as the sun comes out in Massachusetts, we'll be able to do some retro brighting. Let's get that speaker out. Hey, Mac 84 is here. Retro Techie. asking me where my Naboo is. Sorry. Alright, let's take a look at this logic board. Alright, what have I missed? Sorry. Oh, Retro Techie, I gave you a present. I don't know if you've noticed your color on the screen here. So yeah, I'm not going to be getting a Naboo. Sorry, folks. Alright, let's take a look at this logic board. Oh, Rudy's Retro Intel is here. How's it going, Rudy? Let's see. I'm so out of place. I feel like I haven't streamed in forever. I don't remember how to do anything. So, okay, there's that. Add some color. Let's look at around our caps here. That's definitely not the worst thing I've ever seen. Alright, so let's whip these caps off of here. Do a shot for every NichCon. Ugh. Let's see. This one doesn't have that many caps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's not too bad. How much did Retro Techie pay me to make him a mod? Yeah. I think I just kind of felt sorry for him eventually. Oh, it definitely smells. Yeah, we're getting some beautiful cap juice smell. Yeah, this board doesn't look too bad. I'm kind of surprised. I'm relieved to a certain extent, because when I first got these, I wasn't, basically last March, I knew nothing about classic Macintoshes. And so in the last year, obviously, I've developed quite the collection. I have had a lot of fun learning. But I should have, as soon as I got these things, gone in and just ripped all these caps off. Should have ripped those batteries out. Adam has too many people blocked. He can't be a mod. Let's see. See a little bit of corrosion down on these Leas here. Definitely not the worst thing I've ever seen. Some really good smells. We're getting all the smells here. This cap is not letting go. It's exploding. It's turning into like one of those snakes. There we go. Ugh. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm melting this cap. This one smells a little bit less like fish juice and more like cat pee. Yeah, Rudy. If I didn't have a microscope, I wouldn't be able to do any of this work. I cannot see worth a crap. Ever since I got bifocals, it's almost impossible for me to see anything. So this is just a regular razor blade. I use these as my heat shields for the most part. Um, so yeah, if I didn't have the microscope, I wouldn't be doing any SMT work at all. It also makes it really nice for streaming. It would be nice if I had better electric out here. Then we wouldn't get that flickering. That one's a little stubborn. Come on, you thing. There it goes. One side. And so when I'm doing this, I'm like feeling, I'm not pulling on these at all. Like I'm just feeling to see it once it's released. You definitely don't want to start pulling on your caps at all, because it's very easy to tear traces, especially on boards where you've had a lot of cap leakage. So you just kind of want to let the heat do the work. The problem is that in situations like this, where we have a little bit of leakage, when that hits the solder, it basically turns the solder into something that's not quite like a nice metal anymore. Yeah, just there are other places that will tell you to just use some pliers, quick jerking motion. This one is very stubborn. Come back from the other side. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Ooh, that one was getting hot. Alright, let's go up over here. Oh, I don't know. It's not going to show up real well. We do have some corrosion right here. You can see all around those chips. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do with this board... Oh, yeah, and I see some other corrosion as well. Roger Jones. Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. A little issue. I told you the electric in my workshop was bad. So yeah, I just blew a power circuit. I think we're good to go now. Let me know if you can hear me. Take it easy, Rudy. Yes, I like meatball subs too, Adam. All right. Sorry if I missed things. All right, I'm back. Yep. Just two things like my blah blah blah. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Let's get back onto this microscope. Let's look at our caps. Here we go. We got some caps. Let's see if this thing starts back up. Yay. So yeah, I have a little space heater out here. And I forgot to shut my space heater off, and I can't run my space heater and my hot air station at the same time, or it blows up my circuit. So yeah. So I think we should be good now. Sorry, folks. As I say very often, I am a professional. It doesn't matter if everyone is already subscribed to everyone. Maybe by chance some rando person is gonna eventually look at my channel. And maybe, having some links out there for pub help you all out. I will say I am getting close to 384 subscribers, and once I do, I'm gonna do a little giveaway. Alright, there's those. Yeah, I definitely need a better power circuit. I have a whole separate distribution panel out here that's part of an entirely different electrical service, and I need to get that turned back on because basically the last owners screwed it up and there was a lot of really bad wiring, so I had to have that shut off. So hopefully at some point soon I'll get this new service this other service turned back on. Thanks, Steve. Oh, I could do 386. I was just going to do 384 because, that's a computer number. Alrighty, there's those. That one's hot. Yeah, let's take a look here. I saw some stuff here I'm not a real big fan of. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, the progression of computer numbers. I did a giveaway at 256. Or no, I didn't do a giveaway at 256. I did a giveaway at 128. I missed 256. So yeah, there's some nastiness there. That might need some work. Let's see if those are broken. Well, it's because people would have to go to Canada to get their high five, Retro Techie. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got a trace there. Am I in beep mode? We're beeping. Okay, we got a beep there. Go down to this next one. Oh yeah, this one, I think that whole trace is gonna need to get redone. Yep. There's a bad trace there. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, we'll take that. What else we got? Let's look around the board a little bit more. This all looks pretty good. Yeah, that's not real great. There's some corrosion around there. Hey, Action Retro, how's it going, Sean? Ooh, yeah, there's some corrosion on that bigger trace right there. Yep. So you can see the little bubbles in the coating. So gonna need a little bit of work. Oh yeah, there's some worser stuff here. Mmm, tasty. Alright, well that's not great. Let's see. Come on up here, go down there. Alright, let's get this guy off of there. Yeah, this one's not great. It's not perfect, but it's not great. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Fish juice. Ooh, a little pop. Pry it off with a flathead screwdriver. Retro Techie, you need to go to 8-Bit Guy's channel for that stuff. Okay, there's that guy. Got another one over here. Alright. There we go. Come on from this angle. And you can see we got some corrosion over here as well. So yeah, this one's gonna need a little bit of working. Yeah, some of these, you can tell like where there's more corrosion, it's a lot harder to get the caps off. Don't cave into the temptation to just gank on it. Chisel. Okay. There's that one. We've got one more over here, which we'll set that aside. We should be able to get this one. You can see there's also, where is it? Yeah, right here. This whole trace is really screwed up, so that one's going to need some work. There's that guy. And it looks like we got one more. heat shield, highly technical heat shield. Victor, my dealer, hooked me up with a second iMac G3 in good shape for 35 bucks. Oh man, it's always hard to say no to a good deal, isn't it? Sometimes you have to know where to draw the line. I don't know what the line is yet. I haven't found it. Hey, Tech Knight's here too. That's alright, Tech Knight. You haven't missed much so far. I lost power. The stream stopped for a bit. Now we're back at it. Smelling fish juice. Sorry, my audio is low. I don't know what's going on. Oh my gosh. This one should not be that angry. There it goes. Okay. Alright, so that's all of these. Let's set this aside for a minute. Okay, let's switch to main view, normal view. Not that one. We don't care about that one. There's our board. Alright, sorry, I'm looking for... Oh, this thing. All my stuff got all screwed up here. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so there's our Mac shoe logic board. Just also a size comparison. Here's a Mac Classic 2 logic board. You can see the size we're dealing with. Hey Bacchus, how's it going? So I think this board, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ultrasonically clean it first, and then we'll come back next weekend and do some trace repair and add the new caps. Let's go see what the 2X logic board looks like. Zoom out a little bit. I'm gonna set that aside. Oops. Sorry, just dropped a thing. E-Vibes, how's it going? Alright, here's our 2X. From the outside, they're basically identical, except for, you know, this one has a nice little goofy sticker on it. This one, way more yellow than the 2 was. Bunch of stickers applied to this thing over the course of its years, but we'll be able to get most of that off, I think. Need a little bit of sun up here to get some retro brighting done. Okay, so we got our 3 clips on the inside. This is way better than those compacts I was dealing with. Alright, so this one has, I think, a network card in it. Yep. I think that's, yeah, most likely. Yep, a Macin frame. We have these, which those are for me. I took the batteries out of this one. Some random piece of plastic. This one is missing the screws here. These. This is a token ring card. Alright, so we got our ROM sim, so that's a good thing. Because if we were missing that, then I'd definitely be in trouble. This one was missing the CPU, but I bought a CPU at some point, and I've refound it today. So hopefully, I bought this CPU shortly after realizing that this one didn't have a CPU. Actually, I'm going to deoxid these. We're going to clean that up at some point, but okay. Just want to check these pins. They look like they're nicely aligned. There we go. That slid in very nicely. Alright. I'm not seeing as much green on this one, so that's a good sign. But I still want to pull everything out of this chassis. And let's take out the screws. The 2X case will make a good jack-o'-lantern. Very yellow, yeah. Okay, it looks like someone had already started taking this logic board out. One of the clips is up. So let's take the other clip up. I had to do something about my microphone. This one. You wish you had a garage, but it's full of plants. Plants are a good thing to have in a garage. Oh, another bad thing here. That one's fine, but a retention clip on that sim is busted, so that sucks. I guess one out of however many isn't too bad. It would be nice if they were not busted. So I'm just kind of looking over this board. On the other one, this trace was really screwed up. All the traces over here were really screwed up. But these look pretty good. Yeah, PE connectors is a good source for SIM sockets. All right, let's pull out the battery, or the speaker. Let's look at this chassis. More loose plastic. That'll go in there somewhere. Oh, that goes right there. We'll take care of that. A little bit of foam. Again, we got some corrosion, but it was mostly, you know, when I was looking at it, I could see the corrosion over here. Luckily, it doesn't go all the way under, so we should be able to clean that up pretty good. And the 2X needs special standard RAM. Oh, I didn't realize that. Alright, let's go back under the microscope and see what we see under the microscope. Does the 2X require parity RAM or something? So, what's the difference between these two? So, the big difference is that the Macintosh 2 has a 68020 processor, and the Macintosh IIx has a 68030. So, good, nice little speed bump. They're both 16 megahertz, from as I understand. Okay. Fancy clock. So far, most of these traces don't look bad. I might feel comfortable with doing some basic recapping and trying to boot this thing. Oh, that's nice that your 2X was upgraded to a 2FX. So I remember hearing that there was a version of these boards that had the layout for both electrolytics and tantalum capacitors. These are apparently not it. Let's go. Little blocker there. Thanks for the clarification, Adam. These caps are gumming up. They have like a coating on the outside that most aluminum polymer caps don't have. And they're gumming up my forceps. Alright, there's that one. Got one right near a really soft plastic connector, so we're gonna have to be a little more careful about this one. Okay. This one's got a bunch. Seems like the 2X has a lot more than the 2 did. Yeah. Feels like I've been pulling off caps for an hour on this one. Oof. Guess you gotta keep stuff clean for that 68030. This board hasn't smelled bad compared to the other one. The other one smelled real bad. But yeah, I'm trying to look for corrosion as I'm doing this. I don't see much on here. This one looks way better than the other one did. Yeah, Tech Knight, I'm still mad at you. I don't know if you saw behind me. Let's switch this for a second. See my porthole TV behind me there? Definitely not something I needed. You're welcome. Yeah. That's true. It was 2 of you that provided the peer pressure. Those porthole TVs are sexy. There's no two bits about it. The guy I got it from had a bunch of TVs from the 70s too that he was trying to unload. He's apparently really into like radios from the 40s, but he had some other stuff that he was, like not radio stuff that he was trying to unload. So that's what this TV was, but he wanted to get rid of the other TVs too, and I was like, really? I don't have space. I don't have space for that. I really don't have space for this honkin' TV either. Oh, do you hear that? Snow is falling off my roof like crazy. Yeah, going into last year, I had no CRTs in my workshop, and now I have, well, if you count all the compact Macs that I have, I probably have close to 30 CRTs in my workshop overall. This year's been a wild ride. All right, what do we got here? I think that's all of our electrolytics are done. Ugh. Woo! Alright. That was fun, huh, folks? Yeah, cap juice. Alright. So let's take a look around here. There is a little bit of nastiness there, but I think we can work on this. Alright, I just need a sip of water real quick. Alright, electricity. What tip do I have here? Alright, that's a good tip. Alright, let's put some caps back on this thing and see if it makes some noise. Oh, man. So, 1 second. Sorry, folks. So my main keyboard is a IBM Model M, but for some reason, sometimes when I power up my system, it doesn't get recognized. And after the power failure, I apparently have lost the keyboard. Sorry, folks. Little diversion here. All right. So it looks like we're dealing with mostly 47 microfarad 16 volt caps on this beast, so we can do that. We should have plenty of those. We have 10 microfarad 16. I'm seeing only 47 microfarad 16 for Tance. All right, cool. All right, sorry folks. Here we go. All right, let's take a look at this stuff. Let's oh jeez, man, I am dropping stuff. So let's flux up this here. Let's flux up that. I'm gonna also add some flux over here. I'm going to use our soldering iron to sort of polish some of these traces. Hey, Starbuck Tech. Adam, you have the best luck with buying stuff. I mean, really. I buy stuff and all I get is corrosion and fish juice. You find, like, the Magna Carta. Basically, I'm just using the solder braid as like a little abrasive to clean up those traces. You probably can't see any of that, but let's make sure we got some beep action going. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I tried to reorganize how my microphone worked here, and I just keep hitting my head into it more than normal. Sorry. Sorry. Alright, let's see here. Let's clear off a little bit of our trace. Oh, did that come through? That was some scary stuff falling off the roof. Okay, scrape a little bit off of there. Scrape a little bit down here. Okay, that trace is fine. Everyone can relax now. That trace is fine. We're good. That means everything's going to work fine from this point on, right? Okie dokie. Let's use some isopropanol. Do some cleaning. Just dropped one of my clean imagigs. I knew you were worried, Retro Techie. Well, now I'm doing this. This other trace doesn't look so hot, does it? So this one right here. Scrape down over here. And see if we get a beep over to there. Alright, we're good. Look at that. 2 good traces. Who'da thunk it? Alright, where did I put my solder? Okay. Solder. You should probably not solder when you have isopropanol right on your board because it's going to help cool the board down. But just burn that off real quick. Alright, so I got these lovely black caps that I've been wanting to use for projects, so let's use them. I think they're a good size for this. Gotta wipe some of this isopropanol off. It's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug our soldering job too. Yeah, I don't think so, Retro Techie. Yep, they're a nice size for this one. Happy little black caps. Again, you'll notice I'm putting the stripe over by the positive. These are tantalums. You'll even pay for half the cap. That is a deal, man. Okay, let's see how many slots I destroy. All right. Retro Techie, you should come down to VCF East. Steve will be there. Captive audience. Oof, I really need to clean my soldering tip. Sorry. Okay. have to change my tip. Thought this would be an alright tip, but it's too tall. Sorry, folks. I am not. Have I ever actually been on my game? I think maybe one stream out of all the streams I've done so far has actually been good. Ah, jeez. Where I feel like I've been able to accomplish everything that I want. And I do it smoothly. It's only been a year though, right? Alright, Adam, have a good day. Enjoyable, maybe, if you like laughing at some idiot screwing things up all the time. Efficient, I'm gonna say no. Thank you all. That's very nice. All right. No, Garth is way more intense than me. I'm chill. Garth has energy that I could never approach. Yeah, you should definitely try it, Tech Knight. Sorry, just waiting for my soldering iron to heat up. I like to feel it with my face. See if it's hot enough. Hey, no, that's a good thing, Garth. I wish I had your energy. That's why I can only do like, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes normally. I'm kind of motivated today though. After sitting on these computers for a year, I would really like to see them do something. Oh my god, this microphone. See, this is the reason that I was not letting Retro Techie be a mod for the longest time. Oops, sorry about that noise. Sorry about that noise. Let's get... Oh, gosh. What is going on with me? Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. What the heck's going on back here? What the heck is all that? No, I'm not giving away the 2 or 2X. I am giving away a LC3 eventually, though. Doesn't look like there's anything broken. Oh, okay. So on this side of the board, it has this battery socket jobby. I thought that might have been from the factory, but it, based on the leads around here, that looks like that's been reworked. So I think that was not a factory thing. Alright, so where's my solder pult? Solder pult. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Oof. Yes, Dave is excluded from winning the next LC3, but I'm not giving the next LC3 away until I hit 512 subscribers. So it's going to be a while, probably another year. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing off of here. Sorry folks, this isn't going to look pretty. Oh, let's try to, maybe we can do it with a regular camera. Oops. So what I want to do is get rid of, oh man. Okay. So on the back here, I'm trying to get rid of this jobby. Alright, so that's a fun little board. Board under it looks good. Alrighty. Alrighty. Now what are we gonna do? We need to put more caps on this thing. Let's go back to the microscope. Brink. Here's some places that caps need to go. And again, we're going to flux it up. Do some cleaning. Put some there. Just want to double check. I think these are all 47 microfarad 16 volt. They are indeed. Okay. Gonna flux one other spot so I don't forget. Is that snow coming off my roof coming through on the microphone at all? Hey, Sloopy Malibu. I'm getting these avalanches. It's all good. Thanks for stopping by. Take it easy. Have a good day, Retro Techie. Let's see, where's that other spot? There it is. So I use really cheap solder wick, so I have to flux the heck out of my solder joints before I can use it. Most people that buy good solder wick can get away without doing that. flux capacitor. This PCB is dirty. It is definitely very dirty. Yeah, so this board is going to have a it's going to go through some ultrasonic cleaning, but it's not bad enough that I need to do it before recapping. So I'm gonna try to recap this thing and try to turn it on today and see if this thing will actually chime. I have not checked either of these boards, the 2 or the 2X, to see if they chime. Yeah, you can see the boards are very dirty. Oops. There and there. I don't know if this is mold. This was... it could be mold, I guess, but I think it's just dust. There's like, once you get a little bit of moisture and dust together, you get like these little fuzz bits. Where's my plus at? Oh, yeah, it's right there. Okay. This one. It's in the opposite side. Wow. 24 Mac 2s and 2Xs. That's incredible. Oh, that was the side I soldered. Oh my gosh. I am doing stuff. Okay, here we go. Good. That one's good. Do the other side of that one. All right, and I'll do this one. speaking of having a lot of any certain type of Mac, this week I picked up a bunch of Power Mac G5s, and I'm gonna sort through them and see if I can get some that actually work. And then I'm gonna be bringing them down to VCF East and donating them so that for the swap meet area, and all the whatever VCF wants to charge for them, they can charge for them. So if you're looking for a Power Mac G5 for potentially a good price, there should be a bunch of them at VCF East. Sloopy Malibu, were you going to be at VCF East? Yeah, I heard weird stuff about VCF West. Hopefully it happens. But from what I hear from everyone, I haven't been to any of the events really. I mean, I went to the VCF East swap meet, but that wasn't really like a real event. It's just like a little event. I mean, it was fun, but I'm looking forward to VCF East this year. It'll be my first time going to one of those events, seeing some people in person. I'm not fancy like Steve and Sean. I'm not going to have a table or anything. Oh, awesome. Okay, we're getting closer on this thing. We are recapping like banshees. Oh, and I see that there are 2 caps that I haven't taken off yet. Okay, well, let's put these other caps back on before we get to getting. Lube up our solder joints. Alright, take it easy, Sloopy. Nice. It's always good e-vibes when you find a fun use for old systems. Um, the problem with VCF Midwest is that it's basically right at the beginning of the semester for me. Um, and depending on my schedule, um, in any given year, and a lot of times I don't know until relatively right close, is I wouldn't be able to leave most likely. This year, luckily, I mean, VCF East is easy for me. It's like a 4 hour drive, basically, maybe a little longer. Um, and I can kind of be flexible about my Fridays. Um, not all semesters, a lot of semesters, I don't have that freedom. Okie dokie. We need some more caps. 3 more caps, people. And then 2 more caps. Plus, plus, plus. Alrighty. Alright, so have I resoldered everything? Yes. No. Now it needs some work. Some work. Man, my quality control's bad today. Garth, normally you're my quality control. What's going on? Alright. Shut that off. Turn that back on. Now we gotta get rid of these. Okay. Oops. Hot air. Guy's stuck. Jeez. That one doesn't want to come off. Oh. Starting to move now. There it goes. There it goes. Alright, now we got one more cap to take off that I missed. Alrighty. So, caps, caps, caps. We got caps back on. Gotta get this cap back on. So I think we're close to trying to get this thing to turn on. Oh, I didn't realize there was a VCF Southeast too. Wow. They're doing a lot of work, the VCF people. It's impressive. Oh, it's yeah, so that's an issue. Alright, there. Let's do this side. Yeah, so, well, and it's also going to make it busy, right? One of my concerns about VCF East is that apparently 8-bit guy is going to be there. Um, and it's not the biggest place from what I've seen. So when you get someone that's kind of popular going to a small event, it has the potential to kind of mess it up. get rid of this. Yeah, Tech Night. I mean, technically, Steve and Sean were there last year at VCF East. So, there were some pretty impressive YouTubers there. At least in my opinion, you know. But my opinion doesn't necessarily matter for a whole lot. Alright, so I think this thing is capped. What do we need to do to make it go bong? Oh, we're gonna need a battery. Oh, jeez. Oh, this microphone is driving me nuts. I yell at my microphone like Steve yells at his multimeter. So... yeah, this is kind of an issue. How am I gonna do this? Yeah. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do is wire up something kind of temporary for this until I figure out how to wire it better. This is gonna look ugly. Oh, let's switch cameras here for a second. Go back to this. Oh, sorry. Oh. All right. So what I'm doing here is I'm gonna do this real ugly thing, where I just put these CR2032 holders on here. This is only temporary. Oh, and I found another cap that I missed. Some solder on there. Some solder on there. Okay, and then tin those two. we got batteries flying everywhere. Flying batteries. Okay, so these things are useful, but they're really cheap. And so if you use them, just make sure that you like fold these out a little bit so that you're sure that they will make a connection. Plus. And our other one. Folding that out, making sure it makes a connection. Plus. Okay, now we need some RAM. Yeah, these battery connectors are useful for like, if you just need to wire something up quick and not want to worry about it too much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm hoping this RAM is good. It looks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's got parity, so that's something at least. So yeah, I use these battery holders when I just want to get something together. Normally I figure out a way to put a real 2032 holder on places, but these are nice and quick. And I'm putting all this RAM in here just because in case one of the slots are bad or something like that. Or one of the banks, I should say. And the other nice thing that I could potentially do with these is since they hold two, there's probably a way to wire these up so that you don't need both of them. And also Ron just made a thing. I gotta get some of them from Ron. A dual 2032 holder. So that would be a fun thing to play with. Alright, let's zoom out. Let's see if we can see the whole bench. Let's plug in this. Again, I have no idea if these power supplies are any good. Got some electric. I think that's off. Yeah, so we're off right now. Okay, let's plug in a speaker. What else? So we just try it like this first, see if anything happens. Oh shit. Oh yeah, no, there's the powers. Okay. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. We got nothing. Let's try the other power supply. Is my power strip on? That's a good question. Let's see here. Are the switches on the batteries on? Yeah. Let's make sure my electric is good, since I was having electric problems today. That, and just using this. It's an ATX power supply. Oh. Alright, I got no power coming to my switch. Okay. We got power now. Yeah, we got nothing going on there. Let's make sure that we're getting power to the board. Well, from these at least. Yep, that's going there. Or I guess really I should check. Yep. Alright, so yeah, we got power coming out of our batteries. We got no power going to the board. I don't think this one requires the keyboard power up. Well, that's sad. Are any of these standby? Let's try the other power supply real quick. This power supply is a Sony. The other one is an Acetec. Yep, we got nothing on that one either. Alright, so there's probably something going on here. I think I see components that look a lot like the power on circuit from the 2CI. So we'll have to check those over. Yeah, so we might have to check the power supplies. I'll go over and figure out what all the leads are. This was mostly a dissection excursion to see what the insides of these things look like. It's good to know that the 2X is theoretically not too nasty, and that hopefully we should be able to get this thing going. Hopefully the power supplies aren't too bad, but if you've seen some of my other streams, you'll know that I don't have a whole lot of luck with with Mac power supplies. All right, Steve, I can try jump starting it. Do you remember what the thing is? I forget what you do. It's like, how many volts do we need? Oh, man. Let's make one of these up. Well, the issue with just checking for voltage here, I mean, there is, I think that this is like one of those startup circuits, like on the 2CI. So, again, I should have probably done my research, but I didn't think I'd get this far today. Alright, let's grab this. Alright, let me look that up real quick. I think I tried that once in my life, and I'm not remembering the right way to, where that voltage needs to go. Battery touches white and minus touches ground. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so it should be that one. Let's check real quick. Gonna mute that. Sorry, folks. 1 second. Alrighty, let's try it. Alright, what are we looking at here? Alright, we're looking at this. We got this. We got our this in here. Let's just make sure that we're getting our voltage coming out of this. Oh, you can't see that. Got to turn that on. Okay, we got 3 volts coming out of that now. So we'll go to one of our ground leads. This. We got power. We got a green light on our power supply. I don't know if you can see that. And I can hear it. We got no chime though. Let's check our voltages. It's our negative 12. That's 5. 5. That's probably our power. Oh yeah, that's going to be our power good signal. 5, 5, and 12. So our voltages look good. Plug in a monitor. The sound chip might be unhappy. Okay. Alright, let's try that. The power switch worked to shut it off. Steve just wants me to use the big TV. Alright. Does it matter which slot these go into? Okay. What input are we on? Oh, excuse me. Gotta move my big TV. Okay. Make sure I'm on VGA. Okay, yep, we're on VGA. Let's try this thing. Garth, you're hating on the quality of my slots? Nope, now we're getting nothing. Come on, little power guy. Do I need to power cycle this? Just make sure my little battery's still working. Okay, my little battery's still working. Nope, TV shut off. I think we got nothing. No signal. Oh well. We tried. Alright, now you're going to tell me to try a different slot. Just in case. Because it's mucky. Now where did I put my battery holder? I can hear a weird little noise come out of the speaker, so it might not be totally ripped. But she's kind of ripped, isn't she? Oh well. Well, at least we know the power supply kind of works. That's a good thing to know, right? Alright, so I'll do a little more research. Figure out some, yeah, it's possible that I have something shorted out like that. But let me ultrasonically clean it because, you know, that cures everything, right? And plus I've been going for 2 hours, so I think that's good enough for me. That's about as much as I can take, and I'm sure that's about as much as Steve can take of me. So yeah, I want to thank everyone for being here. So E-Vibes, Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack, Tech Knight, Garth Beagle, Steve Mac 84, and yeah, we'll get it to live at some point. Bacchus, and who else was here? Oh my gosh, there's so many people. Thank you all for coming by today. I really appreciate it. Who am I missing? Roger Jones. Oh geez. Oh geez. I don't want to miss people. That's kind of rude. Epictronics was here. Starbuck Tech was here. Sloopy Malibu here was here. I said Bacchus already, but I'm gonna say him again. Retro Techie was here, and I think that's most of Adam was here. Thanks for being here, Adam. Man, lots of awesome people here today. Vic the Vicar, yeah, that's who I didn't want to forget. But yeah, so we'll be back at this. I'll be back on this system next week. Definitely, I'll update you on my progress. I'll have the boards ultrasonically cleaned to alleviate one variable from this mess, and then we'll go further from there. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here, and I will talk to you soon.